Y'all have been telling me to check out Walter for a while now, so here we are. But before I get schooled, my love and prayers go out to Mr. Williams' family and friends. Rest in peace. Alright, before we dive in, I have to give a huge shout out to today's video sponsor, Western Rise. If you haven't heard of Western Rise up to this point, you are going to learn today because they're a phenomenal clothing brand that sent your boy out a pair of their Evolution pants, and I will never ever go back to regular pants again, and I don't honestly see why you would ever need to go back to another pair of pants. They're water resistant. You can literally see in this video how when you pour water on these pants, it rolls right off. There's a pocket in the front for your phone and a hidden zip pocket in the back for your wallet. They look great, they stretch, they're stain and water resistant as I just demonstrated, and right now they're 25% off if you use the code SUMMER at checkout. Do yourself and your bottom half a favor now and upgrade. If you decide to use the link below, that shows me some love, which is always appreciated. Thank you again to Western Rise for sponsoring today's video.
Another text for you, Dr. Williams. Hello, Walter. My name is Devin, and I'm a 25-year-old half-black and half-white male from Virginia.
Wait a second. Is he talking? I didn't send the text, Walter. This looks kind of old school. I was born in 95, but I'm 27. My name's Devin. I'm a quarter black, if that means anything at all. You know, one race, human race. It don't really matter to me.
I was just wondering what your opinion is on the new political correctness movement and the sudden cry of cultural appropriation from self-proclaimed allies of minorities.
Well, I think we should ignore the so-called politically correct strictures. When people say to me, well, Williams, you can't say that. Oh, I say, well, damn if I can, because the First Amendment of the United States Constitution guarantees me the right. And so I think that what we ought to do is ignore these people that are demanding that we change our language to accommodate some particular values that they might have.
Front page of the New York Times recently was this article about Halloween. Costume correctness on campus. Feel free to be you, but not me. And it's an article about what is acceptable. And Pocahontas, Caitlyn Jenner, and Pancho Villa are no-nos. Also off limits are geisha girls and samurai warriors. But you can be a Crayola crayon, a cup of Starbucks, or Where's Waldo?
Oh my goodness!
I think that's really going very far. I think our grandparents would be shocked by the kind of things that we accept that we just accept today. I think we should ignore it.
Do you see political correctness at George Mason?
Probably so, but I ignore it there as well. I don't see it in any of my classrooms, and I'm not politically correct at all. I say whatever I want to say, and my colleagues tolerate me. I've been there. I think I started my 35th year there.
Steve in Arlington Heights, Illinois, texts into you. Can you speak to the anti-Confederate hysteria currently sweeping the nation?
Yes, I think that I think people don't really understand much of the history of our country. And just very briefly, and this is on my website and my articles, and I talk about this, and that is in 1783, there was a Treaty of Paris, and the Treaty of Paris ended the war between the colonies in Great Britain. And if you read the Treaty of Paris, it says that there are 13 sovereign nations. That is, each state was a nation. And these states came together as principals in 1787, and they created the federal government as their agent. And principals can always fire their agents. And so, and if you read the ratification documents of Rhode Island, New York, and Virginia, they specifically say in the documents that if the federal government becomes abusive of the powers that we have delegated to the federal government, we have the right to rescind those powers. That is, we have the right to secede. And so most Americans do not understand the they think that the war was solely to end slavery, but the war was for much more than that. And so, but however, the winners of any war write its history. And so the Confederacy has just, they've gotten really a bad name. And I think that I think that this anti-Confederacy movement is just maybe one more step towards towards abolishing many of our symbols. Now, one can argue whether the Confederacy was right in seceding, and you don't have to be for slavery. You can be against slavery, but that's an independent argument. Did they have the right to secede? And all the evidence suggests, yes, they did have the right to secede because the states were principals and they came together and created the federal government. That is, most Americans today virtually think that the states are a creation of the federal government. And matter of fact, that's the way Congress acts, that the states are a creation of the federal government, but it's actually the opposite.
So lots of thoughts going through my head. First and foremost, this interview with Mr. Williams needs to be heard throughout the entire country, because I never knew that any of the states had written a right to secede into their own constitutions. Not at all. So it's refreshing to learn real history and not the flaky false nonsense that is pushed in public school education, especially specifically pushed on me. So I was taught something today for sure. I don't know about y'all, but thank you to Walter Williams and anyone that recommended this video in my comments section. Also, after doing some research, I discovered something else, that Walter Williams was actually co-host for Rush Limbaugh. Rest in peace to him as well, who was and is one of the greatest media pioneers to ever bless this earth. I think people like Walter Williams, Thomas Sowell are men that need to be heard to wider audiences, because ignorance is a powerful thing, and what you don't know, you don't know. And if you don't try to expose yourself to new knowledge, you're just gonna constantly be closed-minded. The brain box is never gonna grow. Martin agrees with me over there. That's my cat. But hey, y'all let me know something down below. At the end of the day, I think we can all learn and continue to grow, especially in today's evil, just all over the place climate where anything goes, and we're starting to lose our rights to speak because people want to speak out, but people on the left don't want to hear what you got to say when you correct their feelings that day. Men trying to be women, women trying to be men. Everything's racist. We need to take a step back, take a breather, start looking up instead of looking right, looking left, and remember who's really on the throne, who really dictates our steps. And it's easy to say that you stand up for the Lord, and we're all, a lot of people don't understand this, that we're all going to face judgment someday for the things that we say. The things that we say, God will judge us for. We're also going to be judged for the things that we don't say, when we don't stand up, when we don't speak truth, when we don't uncover the veil of the full history of things. There's always going to be good and bad about history. So we need to accept what happened and continue to move forward. We need to learn from it and go past that. So if you want to let that Confederate flag fly, there's nothing racist about it. There's nothing racist about saying, don't tread on me. You let that thing fly. You use those freedoms that you've been blessed with, and you stand firm on that foundation that our Christian doctrine, that our founding fathers made this country on. Learn your full history, listen to people like Walter Williams, listen to people like Thomas Sowell, and then make your interpretation, and then make your judgment when you have all the facts established. So hey, that's my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think down below. I'm always up for discussion. Let's try to keep it respectful. Let's keep this thing rolling. If you rock with my videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell. Let me know some other ones I need to check out. If you want to support the channel, hit that thanks button. Check out the other links in my description, Patreon, PayPal, all that sort of stuff. By no means do you have to. I just appreciate the viewership, the friendship, the conversation, and the knowledge. I love y'all. I'll be praying for you. Till next time, Godspeed. I'm gone.